Bonsoir, monsieur, mademoiselle, comment allez-vous? This is Jonathan, and today we're going to talk about modifications or guitar mods. Will you or won't you? So I'm back after a hectic week of activities. I just did a show in Sentosa, Singapore on Sunday, and I had to play the role of a tour guide for some of my band members who are here for the first time in Singapore. So I had to bring them around and did a whole lot of walking. And the show was fun. I had a great time with Eric, my brother, who has his fans who became friends through the decades, and it was great. It's like, being among families and friends. In any case, today we're going to talk about modifications to your guitar. Now, there are two sorts of modifications that you can do to your guitar, of course. There's the aesthetics, the cosmetics, like, changing of certain things like your nut, which is not really cosmetic, just really important, like, stuff like changing the color of your pickup covers and stuff like that. We're not talking about those. And we're not even talking about the physical ones, like changing of locking tuners and touch nut or touch string tree if you do have a string tree, or the changing of your tremolo system. We're just talking about mods that alter your sound, right? And you guys will probably know that I'm a fanboy of the James Tyler guitars, and if you own one of the Studio Elites, the ones with all the bells and whistles, like the Dan Huff models, you're not going to be wanting to do anything because everything is almost there. Every mod that you can think of is all there. That's because of James Tyler, of who he is. And we're talking about getting a guitar like a normal guitar, and then you want to kind of modify your sound, and what can you do, and why do you want to do it? Like some of the times, the mods really come in useful when you're in a studio environment where you're recording. And I like my guitars to be noiseless, hence the either EMGs or the noiseless pickups that I can get from other vendors. And of course, I want to have like different tonalities to it. So we're not going to go too much into that, but like your normal guitars, so you have your Fenders or your Chevelles or your Ibanez or your Talis or whatever, you can kind of like mod your guitars to have different tone options available to you. So this guitar is from Shue, from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and this is my third signature model from Shue. I did pay a visit to Ray 3 days ago in Kuala Lumpur, which I went there for a different purpose. I wanted to eat because I'm in love with the Malaysian cuisine. You know, they're beautiful, wonderful, delicious food there. Yeah, but yeah, I paid him a visit. I brought this guitar down for him to do some mods to it. I've been playing this guitar extensively the whole last year because I did like 15 shows with this guitar. And a couple of stuff that I wanted to change. Like for example, we decided to change the ceramic pickups to an Eco 5, which I think would suit my style of playing more. So these are these were ceramic humbuckers. Now they are Eco 5s. And we have a single coil right here, a normal single coil. But now I have different configurations of the pickup switching. Right now on the middle position, I'll have these two together, the neck and the bridge. So I have the Les Paul kind of stuff, which I love. I used to have that on another switch, but now I just incorporate it into the middle position of this 5-way switch. And then I have another switch installed here, which let me turn off the dimeter tone expander, so I could adjust the amount of boost over here, but I could have the options to turn it off. It wasn't there before. It was before this. It was perpetually turned on all the time, which I didn't like because sometimes I just want to turn it off, especially for the bridge pickup when I'm doing heavy overdrive, you know, and I just want it to be tighter, you know, and not too bass heavy. Now I have another switch here just for the heck of it. This is the blower switch where I could be somewhere in the middle or other configurations, and I just want to go straight to the solo sound of the bridge. I just hit this switch and I'm in the bridge position, right? So yeah, something that, you know, yeah, I thought would be fun. I like switches. In case you guys don't know, I like the look of switches. And sometimes it gets mind-boggling because you don't know which one to turn on. But this is cool. I know which one to switch, so it's cool. And other than that, he changed the springs to the low tension one. So now I have 5 low tensions. I'm going to play this for a while. I might just take out one. But they're really low tension. And I like the feel of it. It's pretty cool. The mods are done over here. Basically, he has to drill this, and I want to thank Jeffrey from Shue Guitar for being so patient to my requests. You know, and yeah, so now it's sounding great now, and I'm looking forward to touring with this guitar soon. Now, when it comes to pickups, you know, there are a couple of companies that does noiseless pickups. One of them is EMGs, you know, which basically are active pickups. So some of you guys might not like active pickups, and there's the ones from Fender, the noiseless pickups, which is featured here but different. And then there are ones from the Sir, as well as the James Tyler, as well as the Marzio and Seymour Duncans. Now these noiseless pickups from Fender, they are a bit different because this is after a Fender Coma, Michael Landau. So these are tweaked by Michael Landau himself, and so is the Konifi. You know, so all these slightly tweaked by Michael Landau, and they sound great. I had my my issues, you know, with the Fender noiseless speakers because I thought they didn't sound that great, but this one sounds really good. Don't ask me why, you know, so there's some tweaking going on. In any case, I even had a mod done to this. So in case you guys missed some of the videos that I did about this guitar, the last video I did about this guitar was the mentioning of the 9-volt cavity over here, which I told you guys that I would want to do a mod because of the 9-volt cavity. It's such a waste having a 9-volt cavity there, and a battery compartment there. And I asked my good old friend Clement from Guitar 77 to install for me a tone expander. They made a tone expander over here, and I have the on-off switch just like the Shue guitar, but this time it's in red with red tip. And I converted the last tone to the adjustment knob for the tone expander. So basically, this is what it's been done to this guitar so far, and I think that's about it. Now, mind you, this guitar is a testament of a lot of stuff that James Taylor did for Michael Landau, and I'm pretty sure he's done this mod before, and many other mods like changing of the necks, changing of the pickups and stuff like that. So I'm pretty stoked to be playing a guitar that had that legacy of the mods that's been done in the LA scene back in the 80s and 90s. So the tone expander works really well, and so this guitar is suitable for the studio as well as for live, in which case it's noiseless, so you don't have any 60 cycle hum happening on stage as well as in the studio. So these are the mods that you can do to your guitars that you have lying around your home. Again, depending on the usage that you have in mind, like for studio, for recording, or for stage use. And don't go doing modification just for the fun of it, for the heck of it, because sometimes it might just turn out not too good, and then you're gonna do something to your guitar, like especially drilling a holes. You don't want that unless you're really sure what you want to do. So, but as a guitarist, I would recommend you to be brave sometimes and go for the mod that you want, but make sure that you go for the mods that you want and not go for the mods that other people have, because what other people have and what other people have on the guitars might not be suitable for you. So it's best to think it through and decide which one you want to install on your guitar, and when you do it, make sure it's a good job, make sure that it's been done by a renowned luthier in our area or someone you trust. Now I'm blessed because I have my godson Wayne to do most of my mods with, and I'm so glad for Clement of Guitar 77 who spent quite a bit of time doing this for me, and I want to thank him for it too. So I hope you take something out of this video and you learn something out of this video, and join the chat rooms or whatever forums that you have on the internet in regards to modifications to your guitar, and learn something from the guys in it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Press the bell for notification of future videos and follow and be part of the patrons to support this channel. I really appreciate it. I thank all my patrons for the wonderful love and support. Thank you so much, guys. So in the meantime, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you real soon. Au revoir.